In this video, we are going to look at some features of Fox PDF for editing and marking up and looking up. You can download Fox PDF from foxitsoftware.com. There is a free version and then there is a paid version. We are talking only about the free version here, which is feature rich and is useful for many things we have to do. To bookmark, what we do is we open a page and then we click this button here, bookmark. You can edit the text. I'll add bookmark 1. Want to add another bookmark, you go to the next page or wherever you want to bookmark and add another one, bookmark 2. Let me add another bookmark, bookmark 3. Okay, now I'm going to drag and drop this under this bookmark, and now this bookmark 3 is under bookmark 2. By this method you can group bookmarks. Say you may have a request for information and you may have 2-3 markups for that particular item, so you can group all those bookmarks under that big bookmark. So that will be a good thing, like an RFI 1 and RFI 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 all related, and then maybe another RFI which is RFI 2 and RFI 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, etc. Another thing you can do is you can create links within the PDF. So you go and select this one, link. So I'm going to draw a rectangle over this text. So this is where the link is, and it will be linked to, going to click next, and I have to now set a position where the link will take me to. So I am going to set it to this position and say set this position. Okay, now if I go back and click on this one, you can see that it turns into a link pointer like a hand. Click on that, it takes me to that page, not necessarily to the exact location, to that page. Now if you want to delete that link, what you do is you go here, select annotation, and say it's not a finger anymore, it's a pointer. So I can select that and now delete it. Another thing we can do is we can add attachments, file attachments. So I'm going to add an AutoCAD attachment here. So I go to File, Attachment, Add Files. I'm going to pick that file and say Open. That is added and say OK. So if you click on this button, say for example this Attachments button, and click on that one, it's asking whether you should open that. Must have the correct software, otherwise it will not open. I have AutoCAD here, so I can open. So it opens that AutoCAD file. So you can link AutoCAD files to the document, to the PDF document, so that when you send these documents, people can look at it easily because it's all in one place. Yet another thing which you can do is add an image annotation. So I click on the image annotation and then select an area, and I select for an image, I'm selecting this one now, open, and say OK, and the image is inserted there. I can also use the snip tool which comes with Windows program, or you can paintbrush also, create a snip area. I snip this area, okay, and then I can simply paste it here. So where did it come? So here. So I can simply paste the image. That's another way of annotating things. You may want to annotate things, like you take a snap from a model or something and then point it and say, okay, please look at this. Another important thing we have to do with PDF is we search for text. So I want to search for TWB and create search. So it has found this text. It's here. I can change a few settings here. I can change the settings. I can go to properties button here, go to properties, and see, that's how it is highlighted. I can change that to maybe highlight in a different color, maybe green. Okay, opacity, okay, 67%. Okay, okay, and then search again. So that one, next one, next one, next one. You can see how it is highlighted now in green color. I can also search for a word in a whole folder. So for that I have to click this button and I go to new search, and where do you want to search? All PDF documents in this particular folder. So I'm going to search for TRC and click search. So it's searching and it's listing all these documents. These things are important because you may want to find a particular item in a folder where all it is appearing. See, manually, if you have to go through one by one, it is extremely difficult. But the searching is only possible if within the PDF this is actually a text. If it's just an image, then you cannot search this. That limitation is there. Now, various PDF tools have similar functionality. For Adobe also, these functionalities are present. You can also measure within PDFs. You might have to do some calibration. So let's do a little bit of measurement here. So I go to comment, distance, and I am going to measure distance. I'm going to take this button on snap to intersection. So I'm going to measure between here and here. So that distance, it says it is 2335.95. Let's say 2335. 1 centimeter is equal to 1550. A lot of times if it's plotted correctly, say this is plotted to scale 1:100, so can use that scale. So let me go and do that and do the measurement. I put 1 centimeter is equal to 1000. I click the snap to intersections on, and let me click between these two. Okay, it's close, 1507. So you never get accurate with PDF. And now you want to find the length of the truss, how long it is. I can simply measure from that point. Keep the shift key pressed so that it's running horizontal, and click here, and it gives me a distance of 42.5 meters approximately. You can also measure area by creating an area. Where is that? By creating an area by picking points. So I select here, here. Keep the shift key pressed if you want to go horizontal or vertical. Right click, complete measurement, and it gives me an area here. Again, you can see the scale here. You have to watch the scale. You might have to adjust the scale, use Excel and calculate. Other commonly used functions are area highlight. You can highlight certain things. You can change the color, right click and go to properties, change the color to something and set that as default. And from now on, whatever you create will be that color. Few other things, like you can do a typewriter, you can set the font size, you can create callouts. So you can create callout and type whatever you want. Generally, these markups are required. You have to mark up quite a lot, and you have to test to be consistent and must follow a method, otherwise it will confuse everybody. Okay, and then you can put some comments there, whatever you want. The other thing is you can create some stamps. You may receive certain PDF files. You want to put a stamp to that. When you received, you go here and put a stamp and put a date on that or something. Okay, or rejected something. You put up a proposal, rejected. Okay, you put a stamp there. These things are possible with Fox PDF as well as Adobe PDF. You have to investigate, and you have to be actually you have to be quite competent with these things. Otherwise, you will spend a lot of time, you will confuse everybody, you will waste other people's time quite a lot as well. So, if you are going to work in our office, we expect you to be very competent in using all these tools which are listed here to mark up, to bookmark, to put links in there. All these elements you must know, and it is important as well.